going to do our math lesson today, so please grab your math book, your big old math book. We're going to be on page 20 today. We're going to start on page 20, so go ahead and find that page. If you need to pause so you can go get your things, go ahead and do that. And I'm going to scooch over here out of the way so we can get our video going. We're going to start off with our video about arrays and multiplication.
How does an array show multiplication? We can learn how by using these swimming medals. Dana keeps her swimming medal collection in a display on the wall. The display has 4 rows. Each row has 5 medals. How many medals are in Dana's collection? The medals are in an array. How does an array show equal groups?
Okay, so let's look at this picture. It's laid out very neatly. There's the same number in each row. Everything's lined up nice and neat. So how do you think that shows us equal groups? Think about that for a moment. Are there equal groups if you drew a circle around each line and there were 5 in each one? Would there be equal groups if you circled them from top to bottom with 4 in each one? They're both right because they're both sets of equal groups. Let's go ahead and continue watching.
An array shows objects in equal rows
So rows go this way.
and columns.
Columns go up and down.
Each row in an array has an equal number of objects in it. The counters show 4 rows and 5 columns. Each row is a group of 5. You can use addition or skip counting to find the total. Since there are 4 rows with 5 counters, we add 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 20. Skip counting, 5, 10, 15, 20.
All right, we're going to give it a try.
Select the parts of the equation to see skip counting to find the total.
Okay, so this is one row. So we've got, I'm not sure what it wants us to do. Select the parts of the equation. Oh, okay.
5.
So there's 5. Plus
5 plus
more.
5 equals 10. 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 20.
Okay.
Multiplication can also be used to find the total in an array. 4 is the number of rows, and 5 is the number in each row.
You say 4 times 5 equals 20.
There are 20 medals in Dana's collection.
So the same as saying 4 groups of 5. All right. Okay, so we're going to look at this problem. This is on the bottom of page 20 in your workbook. So if you look down at the bottom, it says convince me. So I'm going to go ahead and play what they're saying, and you can follow along in your book if you'd like to.
Jason also has a swimming medal collection. His display has 5 rows with 5 medals in each row. Who has more medals, Jason or Dana? Draw an array, then write an addition equation and a multiplication equation to show your work.
Okay, so Jason has swimming medals of 5 rows of 5. So let's switch over to our camera really quick. I lost it for a second there. Sorry about that. Okay, here it comes. Okay. So we're on the bottom, page 20, and it says that Jason has 5 rows with 5 metals. So let's draw that. We're going to do 1 row that has 5 metals, 2 rows with 5 metals, 3 rows with 5 metals, 4 rows with 5 metals, and 5 rows with 5 metals. Okay, so we have 5 for this row, plus 5, plus 5, plus 5, plus 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's 25 metals. So that is the same as saying, how many groups of 5 do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. 5 groups of 5 is equal to 25. So who has more, Jason or Dana? If you look up here, this was Dana's, and this is Jason's. So Jason has how many more? Has 5 more metals than Dana. Okay. Go ahead and freeze that if you need to. Excuse me, pause that if you need to, so that you can get that written down. When you're done getting it written down, unpause it, and we're going to meet over on page 21 on the top. Okay, it says, look at page 20. What does the first factor tell you about the array? So remember, factors are the numbers in a multiplication problem. So let me pull this over to the side here. So you can see the factors, number of rows, number in each row. So what does the first one show us? Okay. The first factor tells you about the array, okay? The first factor tells you how many rows there are. Okay? That's how many rows going down. Like 1, 2, 3. Okay? Mia puts muffins in 4 rows with 7 muffins in each row. Draw an array to find the total number of muffins. Okay, so 4 rows. First part we see 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many muffins are in each row? 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We've done an array that shows 4, which is this number right here, groups of, and then we have this group down here, 7. 4 groups of 7 is 28 muffins. Or 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 equals 28. Both of those are the same problem. Okay? Now go ahead and pause if you need to get those written in. When you're done, we're going to go to number 3 and number 4 over here in the corner. I'm not sure why this pencil is over here. Okay. In numbers 3 and 4, write a multiplication equation for each array. So the first number is how many rows we have. There's row 1, row 2, row 3. So our first number is 3. 3 groups of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 groups of 5 is the same as 5, 10, 15. Do you see that? This one, how many rows do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Groups of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 12 plus 12, which equals 24. Okay. All right, we're going to go down to number 5 through 7. In numbers 5 through 7, fill in the blanks to show addition and skip counting and multiplication for each array. We're going to be doing addition, skip counting, and multiplication for each array. Okay, so number 5, I see 1, 2, 3, 3 rows, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 in each row. So that would be 6, right here's the first one, plus this 6, plus this 6, which equals 18. If I'm going to skip count by 6, I would say 6, and then 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. 3 groups of 6 equal 18. Okay, so practice this with me because your homework will be just like this. Number 6, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 in each row. So that means we're going to add 4 times. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 is equal to 16. If I'm going to skip count, I'm going to do 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. 4, 8, 12, 16. 4 groups of 4 is 16. Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in each row. So we have 5 for row 1, 5 for row 2, 5 for row 3, 5 for row 4, and 5 for row 5. So for skip counting, we start here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is equal to 25. All right, go ahead and pause if you don't have everything here filled in, because you need to have that filled in because it'll help you on your homework. When you're finished, meet me down here for number 8 and 9. Okay, in numbers 8 and 9, we're going to draw an array to match this equation that we have. Then we're also going to write the product, and the product is the same as the answer. The answer in multiplication is called the product. All right, so we have our 2 factors here. 5 is a factor and 6 is a factor. We're looking for the product. We don't know. So draw an array to show this equation. There are 5 rows, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 rows. I need to have 6 in each row. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we have 5 groups of 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 6 is 18, plus 6 is 24, plus 6 is 30. So it is 30. And if that's harder for you, anytime we have a factor of 5, you can always count by 5s. So we've got this way, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There's lots of ways to look at this. The next one, we have 2 rows. So there's row 1 and there's row 2. It says there are 9 in each row. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Same as 9 plus 9, and that equals 18. Even if you had to count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. You could do that. Or you can do the 9 plus the 9. All right, so please, please, please pause this video. Get all of this written down before you turn the page. When you're all finished, turn the page and meet me over on page 22 at the top. Okay. Number 10 says, Liza draws 2 arrays. How are the arrays alike? How are they different? Okay, so let's label these. This is array labeled A, and this is array labeled B. Okay? Looking at A, we have 1, 2, 3 rows with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in each row. So that's 5, 10, 15. Okay, let's look at this one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 1, 2, 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Okay, so it says, how are these arrays alike? How are these arrays different? Okay, they both equal 15. They have different factors first. So the first time they have 3 as the factor, and the second time they have 5 as the factor, the first factor. Okay. Number 11. So please pause if you need to get that written down. Number 11. How many more oak trees are there than birch and pine trees? Explain how you know. Okay. So we're looking at, first we have to figure out how many birch and pine trees, because it says that there's oak. Oak has a lot, and we're going to see how much more than both of these combined. So looking at birch and pine. Okay. So we have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, plus 2 more, 14, 15. So there's 15 of those. How many oak trees? We have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. There are 17. 7 minus 5 is 2. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, how many more oak trees? 2 more oak trees. 2 more oak trees than birch and pine together. Okay, pause where you need to. Number 12 says, Margot has 23 pictures. Can she put all the pictures to make an array with exactly 2 equal rows? Why or why not? So 2 rows, that's all we can have. So there's row 1, there's row 2. We're trying to get to 23, so let's keep counting. So we have to be even, so we have to give 1 to the top row and the bottom row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Can she use an array to show exactly how many? No, she cannot. Because an array has equal groups so there are, she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there are 12 in one row and 11 in the other. Not equal. So we can't do it. It's not equal. Okay, go ahead and get that written down. Come back for number 13. So number 13 says, Delbert puts 5 nickels in each of his 3 empty piggy banks. How many nickels did Delbert put in the banks? Write a multiplication equation to show how you solved the problem. So there are 3 piggy banks, and he gave 5 nickels in each bank. Okay? So 3 groups of 5 equals 5, 10, 15. Okay? 5 plus 5 plus 5. All right. Number 14. Mr. Lopez planted 8 rows of apple trees on his farm. The apple trees are in 5 columns. How many trees are there in all? 8 groups of 5. Okay? We can draw a picture here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we can skip count by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, so how many trees are there in all? 5 trees, 8 trees, 13 trees, or 40 trees? There are 40 trees. We just figured that out. Number 15 says, Dan bought the stickers shown below. Which of the following shows how many stickers Dan bought? Okay, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4 this way. So there's 4 here, there's 5 there. So 5 plus 5, would that work? No, that's not enough. 5 times 4, 5 groups of 4, would that work? That looks right. How about 5 plus 4? How about 5 minus 4? So multiplication is the way we had to solve that. All right, please go back, rewind, rewatch this, re-go over them if you need to. And then your homework tonight is going to be page 23. So if you look at the top, it says Scott. Hey, Scott, look, your name's in there. Scott arranged some apples in an array. He makes 4 rows with 3 apples in each row. How many apples does Scott have? So the array shows 4 rows with 3 apples in each row. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, or 3, 6, 9, 12. So he says 4 times 3 equals 12. You write 4 groups of 3 equals 12. So let's go to the examples. Fill in the blank to show addition, skip counting, and multiplication for each array. Look, we've just done that on this side right here. They want you to do it on your own for numbers 1, 2, and 3. For numbers 4, 5, 6, and 7, they want you to make an array. So draw an array, write an addition equation and a multiplication equation. So you have 3 things to do. Draw an array is step 1. Write an addition equation, step 2. Do a multiplication equation, that's step 3. Okay? All right, numbers, excuse me. Let me go back to this next page. Number 24 on the next page. Number 8 says, Paula says that she can draw an array with a total of 17 counters placed in 3 rows. Is she correct? If she is, draw the array. If she is not, explain why she is not. 3 rows says, Paula says she can use an array with a total of 17 counters. So 3 rows of what equals 17? Can she do that? Yes or no? Explain. Number 9 says Shelley wants to plant 6 rows of flowers with 7 flowers in each row. What addition equation and what multiplication equation can she write to find out how many flowers she needs? Okay, we have 6 rows, 7 flowers. What addition and multiplication can she write to find out how many flowers she needs to plant? Which equation do you find easier to use? What that means is, would you like to do addition or would you like to do multiplication? Which one's easier and why? All right. Number 10 says, Maria has one of the solid figures shown below. Okay, so she's either got a cylinder, a sphere, or a cone. Maria's solid figure, has 2 flat surfaces. So what would have 2 flat surfaces? It has 0 edges. Like this is an edge. And it has 0 vertices. A vertices is a point where they meet. Which solid figure does Maria have? A cylinder, a sphere, or a cone? Number 11 says, Vince has 16 beads. How many different arrays can Vince draw to represent the total number of beads that he has? List the size of the arrays. So, how many ways can we get to 16 beads? Draw some arrays. How could we do it? Represent the total number of beads. Okay, you're going to do your best on this. And remember, always look back on our practice pages because they help us. Number 12 says, Jana makes the array below to show how she wants to arrange some pictures. Which multiplication equation describes Jana's array? So you're going to look at how many rows and how many in each row. Carol makes an array of magnets on a refrigerator. She makes 7 rows with 8 magnets in each row. Which of the following shows how to find the total number of magnets in Carol's array? So 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49. 7 groups of 8. 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, or 8 plus 7. Okay, go ahead and pick which one you think it is. All right, guys, so that's what we have for our homework tonight, and then you're supposed to be doing your other pages with me in the video. Remember, we do them together. So do the work with me. And this is going to start to get so much easier. You're going to get so used to it. It's going to have a certain pattern to it. You're going to know exactly what to do. All right, so really quickly, since we are just about at the end of this video, I wanted to point out that I need you to go to IXL and watch the video for IXL in the math folder. So you do have some short assignments in IXL. So please go check out that video in the IXL folder. All right. Great job, guys. I'm looking forward to talking to each of you this week in our one-on-one conference. So please let your parents know to make sure they sign up for a time for us to meet. Thank you.